Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to OPTVLive's Mech Mania Monday. 5 + 1 = OP Tournament. We are on Game F of tonight's tournament. That is right, folks. Game F. In the semifinals, Miss Minxy, fought extremely quickly and easily earned her spot in the finals. Dissonant, on the other hand, that was, yeah. I have no words for Dissonant's last game. But folks, this is completely different now. This is on the semifinals, and as you know, Minx plays to win, especially in tournaments. She will derp around for fun, but when it's tournament time, the stuff is real, folks. And here we go. Game is on. Not wasting any time, Dissonant initially considering bringing in an all-infantry loadout once again. When he realized that Minx was going to be playing her A game, he quickly changed that up to a completely different loadout. And folks, let's take a look. Let's see what these players went with. Minx in the upper left-hand side, taking the Neo, Carl as her pilot. Her units being the Balloon, Gaddy, Zipper, Ultimate Shooter, Generator, and Bear Trap. Very, very similar to what she had the last round. Carl, now you might say, well, she doesn't really have an infantry loadout. Why take Carl? Well, Carl will massively enhance those shooters. And as you can see, even though Minx has a lot of other units at her disposal, she is just completely queuing up shooters, circling them around, and is going to let Carl just do those extra enhancements. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Dissonant in the lower left-hand corner in his Raptor Neo, he went with hats, honeypots, flamers, bombs, moneymakers, and his ultimate unit of choice was the Ultimate Jackal. Minx initially taking over this outpost first, but folks, we do have Ultimate Shooter versus Ultimate Jackal with two Neos with Stasis Blast. This game is far from decided in either way. Minx bringing down, dropping down a Gaddy. That Gaddy is going to get eaten up because the Ultimate Jackals have very similar weapons, but Minx uses her Stasis Blast, keeping that Gaddy alive, but unfortunately her outpost too far damaged, not enough creeps left in there, and Dissonant will not only get the outpost, but he will get first blood on Minx herself. That's right, Minx still though not in a bad position, 22 to 24 upkeep. She's got 22 shooters that are about to be deployed. Dissonant, 15 Ultimate Jackals, 2 Flamers. This one, folks, can go either way. So cheer it up. All the hype in the chat. Hashtag Hyponium. Give it up for these two players as they go toe-to-toe, head-to-head. Neo to Neo, however you want to say it, in this battle to the death. Will we have a second upset today? Will Dissonant somehow, with his unit selections of choices, be more than Minx can handle? Can Minx get enough shooters out on the battlefield to make them viable? Can she counter all these Ultimate Jackals that Dissonant is using? Neither one of these players are really focusing on anything except their ultimates. That might work okay, that might actually work in their disadvantage. Players that do kind of have a more balanced unit selection can still work out better, ultimates or not. It's all going to depend how well these players work it out. Minx using that great Stasis Blast, giving her shooters the opportunity that they need. Those shooters could easily get pummeled to pieces by those Jackals if she lets them get any real good shots in. But she does a great job keeping it alive, trying to keep this outpost online. Dissonant, meanwhile, on the other hand, realizing Minx completely distracted by the upper outpost, he brings down those units to the bottom, deploys them out. Minx, knowing it, I mean, let's be real, Minx is not new to the game. She knows, okay, typically when someone is distracted on the top area, that normally means that the other opponent is going to start focusing on the bottom area. The shooter getting the kill on Dissonant, Minx not getting the kill against Dissonant himself, but not a big deal. 50 upkeep to 36 upkeep. Minx now feels that she is in the right position to try to make something happen. She's going to push out, folks. 50 shooters out on the battlefield, 25 Jackals out for Dissonant. What is going to happen? Minx bringing in a few shooters, and she's going to use them as a distraction to try to take over this factory, while hopefully her primary forces can break through over here. The shooters are coming down. They're deploying. They are out of the range of the Jackals. perfectly working the way that she needs them to. Dissonant completely oblivious to this right now. He's too focused on trying to get this bottle factory as it's going on. Her shooters are just annihilating everything in Dissonant. Dissonant now lands Stasis Blast, but Minx in the air as she shoots him down. That is a crucial kill. This could be the complete turning point. What looked like could have been Dissonant's game. Minx is now completely pushing back and wiping out everything that Dissonant has. He's got almost nothing left on the battlefield. Minx in a super strong position right here. Can Dissonant still find a way back into this? Can he make it happen? He's still a Neo. He has bombs. Remember, folks, that is why we said it was not just strictly an ultimate unit and that's it. It's all about properly using the balance of your units. He has bombs. He can bomb these shooters to little teeny tiny pieces in a matter of seconds. But either he forgets that he has the bombs or something else, I don't know. But without using those bombs, and now as Minx's shooters are starting to spread out, those bombs would be much less effective. The Jackal's out of range. They can't lock on. They just get pummeled down. And Minx, after having her back almost completely against the wall, almost completely losing entire map control, now has a 4-to-1 upkeep unit advantage here. 35 shooters still out on the battlefield. Dissonant with only 4 Jackals, not using the bombs, not stop all these shooters that Minx is pulling out. She is just all over the place. Constant fort drops, keeping him distracted long enough for her to do whatever else that it is that she wants. She's completely controlling this map. Great spread out on the unit. She is now spreading out her shooters so that way even if Dissonant does in fact bring out the bombs, those bombs will be much less effective. Dissonant getting a kill on Minx. He did a lot of the damage. The Jackal getting the final kill. Can he now use this to turn it around? Before these shooters come in, he needs bombs. He needs bombs right now. He's still not building those bombs. And now all the shooters are piling in. He needs to bomb them before Minx comes and spreads out these shooters. Right now, they would be taken out in 1 round of bombs, but he is nowhere to be found. He is not building bombs. He is losing the best opportunity that he could have. He brings, oh man, unbelievable play right there. He uses the flamers and their explosive things of when they die almost as bombs themselves. He completely wipes out everything on Minx, and now suddenly 15 upkeep to 9 upkeep. Dissonant could potentially fight his way back into this as long as he doesn't start taking that domination damage. He needs to get that fortress neutralized. He needs to watch out. Can he make this happen? 25 upkeep to 9 upkeep right now. Minx floating so many credits. With the fact that Minx is only using shooters, those shooters are extremely cheap to build. Where Dissonant was building up on those Jackals. Jackals much more expensive to build. Once again, he brings in those flamers. He will use those explosive capabilities. But because all of these shooters are extremely spread out, they are ineffective against that particular plan. And once again, Dissonant will find himself getting his base pounded, this time by the creeps themselves. The creeps doing the damage. That is it, bro. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. As those creeps shoot in, doing a lot of damage to the base overall. Dissonant just flying around. He doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know what to do. It's just too much everywhere. He has no map control. He's in domination. He's losing fortress damage alone from that. There's no way back into this. And folks, this will go the way of Minxy, who takes who lifts her leg. Wow, so ladylike right there. Minxy, after taking the win, she lifts her leg and makes her mark on Dissonant's fortress. That is just the ultimate way to end that match, folks. That was OP right there. And folks, after what looked like was going to be Dissonant's game, Minx fights back into the game unbelievably well, securing her spot in that best-of-3 finals. Dissonant will be going up against Rex in the 3rd place match right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching OPTV Live. I am Steve. All the hype!